Alright, welcome back to Breezy Reef, and welcome back to the 90 gallon. It's been a little while since the last update, about 6 or 7 weeks, but this is how the system is looking today and doing real nice. Overall, I'm really pleased with how the tank is coming along, and I did a big water change a few days ago and cleaned some media in the sump, so it's especially sparkling this week, and I thought it would be a good time to do this update. You might notice I'm doing a little video editing in my last few videos, most of it just on YouTube, but I'm doing lots of cuts with the camera and, you know, doing zoomed in shots and different angles, and I feel like it gives a better representation of the tank. So I hope you're enjoying that, and I'm going to move through this video with some different angles and shots so you can get a feel for the system and also fill you in on a few of the changes that have been going on. So let's get started. So I'd like to start by letting you guys know there's 2 less fish in the system. Unfortunately, I lost 2 of my fish. The first one being the male lyre-tail anthias that I covered in the last video was one of my 2 new fish that I added, and my other new fish, the spotted hawkfish, I believe he took out the anthias. He was being really aggressive towards the anthias, and the day before I found the anthias dead, the fish had a large wound on its side, and the spotted hawkfish was the one being pretty persistent and chasing him around the tank. So that's what I think happened there. I'll never know for sure, but the other one I'm pretty bummed about, and that was my large Lamarck's angelfish I found about 3 weeks ago, and that fish was very happy and healthy, and my hunch is that the large coral-banded shrimp took out that fish because the Lamarck's was exhibiting some really strange behavior at night when the shrimp would come out to roam around the tank. He normally kind of hides out during the days, but the Lamarck's would really pester him quite a bit, swim really close to the shrimp and almost brushing against him, like herd the shrimp to where the fish wanted him to go or not want him to go. And I always thought it was strange because my coral-banded shrimp is large, and I thought he could always kind of just reach over and at least move her along or attack that fish. And I saw them doing this one evening, and within hours I walked back by the tank and the shrimp was on top of the fish and the fish was gone. So I was kind of bummed to lose that fish. I had that fish for well over a year, and it was kind of like my showpiece fish, a really nice passive and reef-friendly angelfish. So I do recommend those, but since then it's been kind of nice. It does have its advantage because I'm not feeding the tank as much, and it's a lot easier to keep the tank clean. I have a much smaller bio load right now, and I only have the 7 fish, which are all smaller, the clownfish being the biggest one. So I'm just going to run with that for a little while. Most likely I won't be able to resist, and at some point add another fish or 2. But for now, the tank is a lot more peaceful, and that's the story with the fish. So I'm going to move along to the coral changes. I've added a few and taken a few corals out of here, and I'll get on to that next. So moving on to the corals, I'm going to keep the camera kind of on the left side of the tank here for this, because this is where the majority of the changes have happened. And you'll notice that the main change, I got rid of that large colony of pink pallies that was in the upper left there, and I ended up trading it in at a local reef store, also with the green Signalaria frag that I had started a long time ago that was growing right here where the purple ribbon is now. So I got rid of those 2 large colonies, and I also fragged my green acro right here. So a few branches of that, and I got a pretty good trade credit, and I ended up picking up 2 really nice corals. Some kind of vibrant, more expensive pieces. I got this almost like a green apple plating monopora. It's an ORA green monopora, and this piece, I have some vibrant green in this tank already, with the frog spawn and the Signalaria, but this piece far and away glows brighter than any other piece, especially at night when the blues are on. So I did damage it a little bit there in the front when I was trying to glue it to that rock. It fell a few times and you can see the nicks out of it, but I think it's going to regenerate and recover fine. So there was that piece, and the other piece I got was this, I believe it's fairly rare, but it's a pretty nice piece of purple torch coral. And at the same store in their display tank they had a nice colony of this, and I've been looking at it for the last year every time I'm there, and the guy finally fragged it. So I got a piece of this, and those were the two corals I got on my credit, and I put the hyacinth bird's nest right here on the side. I moved it since the last video. It's still kind of recovering a little bit, but I think it'll do fine. And I moved the purple ribbon from the right side of the tank since the last video to right here where this Signalaria was, and it's just worked all the way around. The purple ribbon seems to be a lot healthier. It's showing all its polyps extended almost all the time. So, and you can see it moving around there in the breeze. So I'm happy about that. Also, it was originally in front of my bubble tip anemone, and it was really pissing off my clownfish. She was almost like ramming it, trying to literally move it out of the way and nipping at it, and the coral was just not doing so well over there. So she's a lot happier now. It wasn't touching the anemone, but it was kind of a few inches away in front of it, and I think it just made the clownfish uncomfortable. So I think that's helped this coral too, not getting pestered by the clownfish. So those are the changes on this side of the tank, and pretty much for the corals in general. I haven't added too much, but I have a plan to get some new Recordias soon, and a couple more SPS that I might put over here on this left side of the tank. So check back and look for those changes coming up. So one other quick observation I've been making and I wanted to share with you was these 3 SPS corals have grown out and are finally beginning to touch each other. It's this red monopora, the green acro, and the sunset monopora. And the acropora is definitely winning this battle. You can see the bleached part of the red monty right there, and some bleaching on the sunset. But otherwise the corals are doing great and growing out in all the other directions just fine. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it on the 90 gallon for right now, and I really appreciate you taking the time and watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed my system and you're all enjoying your own systems at home. And feel free to leave any comments or suggestions, and I'll see you next time.